Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Daze and welcome to this SummerSlam predictions video. And we're going to have to get straight to it because there are so many matches on this year's SummerSlam card. It is the second biggest event in the year for WWE, just behind WrestleMania. And there's 3 pre-show matches and then there's about 10 main card matches. Obviously, this is one of those rare occasions where SmackDown Live and Raw both come together and have matches on the same pay-per-view. I've got to be honest, I think the card, it's not weak, but there's not many matches that I'm desperate to see, let's put it that way. Like, maybe the main event. First up, we've got the Cruiserweight Championship match, which for some reason always finds its way onto the pre-show. It's the champion, the new champion, Akira Tozawa, going up against Neville. And I think they're going to keep the title on Akira Tozawa. I think they're going to explore Titus Brand a little more. Obviously, it's been teased about Dana joining them. And I just think there could be something in Titus Brand. So we'll have to see what happens. They could very easily put it straight back onto Neville, and then Neville carries on and has a feud with Cedric Alexander. I could see that happening. But I'm gonna say they stick with Akira Tozawa. Next, we've got the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships. And this is crazy, the fact that the New Day are going to be on the pre-show. So you've got New Day going up against the Usos. This should be a fantastic match, as should the Cruiserweight match. I expect that to be brilliant. This should be brilliant as well. It's a real shame that these 2 matches didn't make the main card, because I think they both could steal the show. But I think the New Day retain. The New Day are the champions. I don't see any reasons to put the title back on the Usos, so I think New Day are going to keep it. Final match on the pre-show sees the Hardy Boys, sees Jason Jordan going up against the Miz Taraj. That's the Miz, Curtis Axel, and Bo Dallas. And I think that the Hardys and Jason Jordan will win. Doesn't make any sense for Jason Jordan to be picking up a loss at this stage. The Miz Taraj really doesn't matter, does it, if they win or lose? So they might as well go with the face team. So that brings us to the main card, Naomi versus Natalya for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. And I think that they're going to keep it on Naomi, but I want to see Natalya win. Natalya deserves that championship. She really does. She is the workhorse of the women's division. You know, I remember she had fantastic feud with Charlotte. I think it was last year. Absolutely brilliant. And she then, played a big part in being the team captain for the Survivor Series. She was then part of the welcoming committee group at the start of this year. And now they've parachuted her in to have a match on the main card at SummerSlam, and you know that she's going to do an awesome job. I would love to see them put the title on her, but I don't think they will. I think they're all in. I think Vince McMahon is feeling the glow, and is going to keep the title on Naomi. Might as well talk about the Raw Women's Championship. So Alexa Bliss is the champion. She's going up against the boss, Sasha Banks. This could be a great match if they're given time. I don't think they will be given time. I think it's going to be a relatively short match. And as a result, I'm not sure the quality is going to be there. I don't think this is going to reach the heights of the SmackDown Live match. So I think they just keep the title on Alexa as well. I don't think that Alexa's done a bad job at all. In fact, she was doing a great job up until that Bayley feud, and then when she was having that feud with Bayley, things started to derail a little bit. But I would keep it on Alexa, and I think that Sasha does a better job as a heel than she does as a face, and I think Sasha needs to turn. So maybe the frustration of not winning here at SummerSlam pushes Sasha over the edge, I'm not sure. But I would turn Sasha heel and keep the title on Alexa. Next, we've got the US title match. This is AJ Styles going up against Kevin Owens, and I don't see any need for the title to flip-flop around anymore. I think it just stays on the current champion, which is AJ Styles. Shane McMahon is the ref, and there's been a little tease between, Shane and AJ, and are they going to come to blows and things like that? And I think actually the swerve's going to be that AJ keeps the title, and it'll be Kevin Owens that gets upset with Shane McMahon. So there's a lot of interesting dynamics here. It's going to be a great match. Again, another one that could steal the show, but I expect AJ to retain, and I expect Shane not to get involved, but not to not get involved either. I think he'll be a reason, but I don't think maybe he'll mean to be the reason. Ooh. Next up, a match that I don't care about. I don't think anyone cares about, and that is Randy Orton against Rusev. Now, Rusev needs this win. He had a big loss at the hands of John Cena in that flag match. He has got to get this victory. They could give it Randy Orton, just because they like Randy Orton. And they don't seem to like Rusev. But it's Rusev that needs the win. But I've got to be honest, right? I simply don't care. I don't care. This is one of the matches that I will watch, listen to, get told about. But if I end up getting a drink or something like that instead, this will be the match that I do it during. Another thrilling contest. Big Show versus Big Cass in a battle of the big people. So I don't care. I don't like Big Cass as a singles star. I'm not a Big Show fan. I don't think that you are great because you're big. And the fact that Enzo's in a shark cage might be exciting had we not have seen it last year with Paul Ellering being in a shark cage in NXT, and then at the start of the year with Jericho being in a shark cage. This is the third time that they're doing this in a very short space of time, and I'm just not bothered. I think the only thing that could redeem this is if Enzo turns on Big Show and then Enzo and Big Cass reunite. I'm not sure if they're going to do that because apparently there's a lot of heat on Enzo, and there's every chance that after SummerSlam Enzo just goes back down to NXT. I don't care. Again, that's what I'm saying. There's some matches on this I just don't care. I'm going to say Big Cass wins because Enzo jumps on Big Show. Next up, we got Finn Balor against Bray Wyatt, and we'll see the Demon return. Now, if the Demon's there, which he is, Finn Balor wins. Simple, right? Because there is no way they're breaking out the Demon gimmick and then having him lose. It's not happening. He was Demon, with the face paint and the body paint and everything. He did that last SummerSlam, and he became the first Universal Champion. And the story this time is that he can't beat Bray Wyatt. He can never get that victory as Finn Balor. But as the Demon, he should be able to. Finn Balor wins. This next match is going to be very interesting for a very unusual reason. John Cena versus Baron Corbin. Now, I don't think this is going to steal the show. I think John Cena is going to put on a good performance, and I'm sure Baron Corbin will try, but I don't see this being a 5-star classic. Corbin just isn't heelish enough. It does add a dynamic, the fact that Cena's cost Corbin his Money in the Bank briefcase. That has made this match more intriguing. But I just don't rate Corbin. I'm not a Corbin fan. So I think that Cena could win this. If Cena wins, then that is going to be very interesting because WWE and Vince McMahon was all in on Baron Corbin. You know, he won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal the other year. He won Money in the Bank this year, and he got called up. He's been given this really big push, and now it seemingly is falling away. You would think he would have to beat John Cena and then go forward, but if he loses to John Cena, that's interesting. I'm wondering, have they just done what they did a few years ago, built someone up just to feed them to John Cena, which would be crazy considering John Cena's just like part-time now and doesn't appear all the time, but Baron Corbin does. So, I don't know, is this for the casuals? Is this for the casual fans out there that just watch the big pay-per-view shows, and maybe they want to give them a John Cena victory? Maybe. I'm going with John. I'm going with John. I think they have built Baron Corbin up just to feed him to John Cena. Next up, we've got the Raw Tag Team Championship match, and this is tasty. You've got Sheamus and Cesaro going up against the reunited Ambrose and Rollins, two members of the Shield. Now, I really hope that Seth and Dean pick up the victory here, and then Roman joins them after SummerSlam. That would be epic. So I'll be cheering for Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. I think that Sheamus and Cesaro have done a good job, and this makes perfect sense to change the titles here. And I really hope they come out in Shield attire, Shield music, come through the crowd. That's what I want. I want them reunited properly. I want this to be the Shield going up against Sheamus and Cesaro. I will freak if they do that. I think we'll all freak if they do that. And they could easily do that. So I'm going to say Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose. And look at the smile on my face. That smile wasn't there when we were talking about Big Show, Big Cast. Only 2 matches left. Let's talk about the WWE Championship. Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke Nakamura. A lot of people think this is going to be Nakamura's time. I don't. I think they're keeping it on Jinder. The reason I think they're going to keep it on Jinder is because there's why is now the time? Why would SummerSlam and Nakamura be the right time to change it? They could easily go into a feud. Who's to say that Nakamura's going to overcome the Singhs? Who's to say that Great Khali doesn't come walking down again? You know, Jinder Mahal has always found a way. Maybe SummerSlam is the time that he doesn't, and he runs out of options and can't find a way past Shinsuke. That would be cool. Shinsuke is a worthy champion. He deserves to go into that great lineage of people that have held that title. But it doesn't need to be now. It doesn't need to be now. They could do it at Royal Rumble and then do Nakamura AJ Styles at WrestleMania. They could do it at Survivor Series. See, the thing is, they're going to need big matches, so why would you just do it now? There's enough on this card whereby it doesn't need it. For that reason, I think they find a way of keeping it on Jinder. Finally, we've got the big main event, and this is huge. I think everyone is looking forward to this. This is going to be for the Universal Championship, which feels like a real championship. They've done a fantastic job of building up the importance of that title. Considering it only launched a year ago, 12 months ago, this thing didn't even exist. And then already it's been held by, you know, Brock Lesnar, Finn Balor, Kevin Owens, Goldberg, and it's been defended at some massive matches. They've done a wonderful job of building up the importance of that title, and I would say this really could be the pinnacle of that importance because it is a fatal four-way. You've got Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe versus Braun Strowman, and there's an argument for any of them to win, honestly. And it's very actually similar all throughout the card. This is a very hard pay-per-view to predict. I'm really just giving you my thoughts because honestly, I could see anyone winning any match, and I could see anyone winning this. The only thing that ruins it a little for me was when they said that if Brock lost, he would leave. And I don't see Brock leaving because he's still banned by the UFC. He can't compete yet. It doesn't make any sense for him to step away. I don't think that he'll be facing John Jones this year. I think that will be next year. And so, as a result, I think that Brock Lesnar is going to find a way and retain his title. Honestly, not sure what they're going to have in regards to surprises and things. This card is rammed, and they're going to really need as much time as possible for the matches. There's normally like a few celebrities in the crowd. I don't expect there to be, any shock kind of people come out or any shock moments, or I'm not expecting Hulk Hogan to return or Stone Cold to come down or Shawn to appear or anything like that. They might have Ronda Rousey in the crowd. I think Ronda Rousey's going to appear either at NXT or SummerSlam. I really do. I think like just a shot of her in the crowd or something along those lines. And they might have the Mae Young Classic competitors there. But really outside of that, I'm not sure there'll be anything else. Big rumours that Shelton Benjamin might make some kind of an appearance. Apparently he has signed. I don't think he will. I think that he'll turn up after SummerSlam and will be, on Raw. I think he's going to be doing something with Jason Jordan. That's the rumour. Personally, I'm not that excited about Shelton Benjamin coming back. He's not someone that I was like, oh God, I need to see Shelton Benjamin back. So I'm not fussed. But they could show him in the crowd, but I don't think he'll do anything at the show. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. I, of course, will be doing reaction videos and review videos. So it's going to be a real big weekend this weekend. As I said, hit the subscribe. Join me for all of that. Have a fun time. Enjoy the show. And hopefully, I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.